Yeah, and so there's you also can look at social media. What happened in Israel when Iran attacked? Well, we got these things called cell phones. They have this little thing in the back called a camera. And you know what? People can take videos.
Oh, wow.
Hey, man. So, and they video and they upload it to social media. So the government's ability to control that, unless they turn off all electricity and people's phones are shut down, but they don't do that. You didn't see any of that kind of social media in Iran, not because the Iranians have such strict controls, but because it didn't happen. The other indicator that it was a bust on the Israeli side, that in the days leading up to this, according to Professor Morandi, the value of the Iranian currency was going down and the stock market was going down. The morning after the attack, everything was going up. Well, like I said, you just got your ass kicked. It ain't going up, it's going down. So, the overall what Israel planned was, and I've heard different hour. Initially it was supposed to be a 10-hour operation or a 12-hour operation. Well, it got cut back to 3. And I think you read the piece I posted on my blog. This one guy who I'm acquainted with, I don't consider despise what he stands for. But initially, when the attack started, now, man, Israel will destroy air defense, and it's going to hit this and hit that, and next thing we're going to take out the nukes. I mean, it was like he'd already popped the champagne cork and was celebrating. Yeah, we won. 8 hours later, he's going, well, the limited strike, and no, Israel really didn't intend to. It just looked like Michael Jackson moonwalking backwards. Without the same level of grace. So, the whole Israeli fin patrol then broke out. Hey, we got to go out and tell people that this was amazing, that we destroyed everything. Okay, show us pictures. They showed one which appeared to show some like scorched earth beneath an object, and then someone else found out that was that scorched earth been there since April. So I mean, it's been there for months. So this was not new. And they don't show pictures of mass destruction. And I mean, it's such delusional bullshit that is being fed to people. And, that's why it's important that channels like this, others get out to say, hey, the lies you're being told isn't true.
Yeah, exactly. The day, just a couple of hours after I woke up, so it had happened for like 5 or 6 hours already. I started seeing the reports all trying to spin off. Well, it was, as you said, it wasn't really that thing. That was just a demonstration. What called a lot my attention was that when the attack, when the first wave, they called the first wave of attack started happening, well, we didn't see anything at all. There was even some videos floating out of Iranians on the roof, just looking for the attacks. Yeah. You see that? Yeah. And I was like, okay, let's wait, because too early, too soon to start making fun of it. And then there was this tweet from the ITF, which I call, from the spokesperson saying, we are going to start our attack, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, nothing happening. And then when the second wave kind of happened and we see the Neo holding the bullets, then it came out also the ITF Twitter, say the spokesperson saying, well, now we did it, because there was something to show up. not something amazing, but there was something to show up. And I was like, did these guys try to do something and failed miserably? So they just, get them a couple of missiles, say, just throw something on them. And at least we have some images of fireworks. Nothing hitting the grounds, but fireworks.
Yeah. No, look, this is this is akin to the Israelis being like a girls' soccer team, football team, being told men's because they are so good and so powerful. And up to this point, they've been playing middle school boys, prepubescent boys. So they've been able to beat them. Well, now all of a sudden they're going to come up against a bunch of transgender women, who are actually guys, big dudes with the full benefit of testosterone. And you saw it happen the other day when that one women's team played a bunch of guys in their 50s. The guys in their 50s beat them 19-0. Okay? That's what happened to Israel. Israel sits around and said, oh, we're so good. Yeah, because you haven't been fighting anyone. You've been killing women and children. Yeah, you're on our people. Boy, that takes a real tough guy. But you're not going up against an actual nation, an army force, air defense system that can counter you. And so, they've gotten away. Yeah, they can bomb indiscriminately in Lebanon. Lebanon doesn't have anything. They've got a useless army, and they have no air defense, and they have no air force. So again, it's just they're getting beat up like by the bully. Neighborhood bully can pick out the weak and beat it up. Now Iran's saying, no, this is going to stop. I was hopeful in the aftermath of that attack, or as it was, underway, but appeared to be failing, that Iran would win. They say, okay, we've absorbed your hardest punch. Didn't hurt us. We're going to ignore what you did and, move on some other fronts, boost Hezbollah, boost Houthis, let them carry out the attacks. But apparently an IRGC commander said, no, Israel's going to pay a price soon. So I think Iran's going to strike back, and they'll strike back probably in the next couple of days. And when Iran strikes, this time, they're going to cause significant damage in Israel, damage that Israel's not going to be able to pretend. That didn't happen. Because, candidly, that's what it's going to take for Israel to come to its senses. They're going to have to suffer some very visible, awful destruction where, they got thousands of their citizens dead and key facilities destroyed. And, to suddenly come to grips with the fact that Iran's not playing. I would also, I think I've come to believe that Iran does now have a nuke, and they have moved forward with it. I think Alexander Mikuris did an excellent job of a discussion in one of his presentations the other day, where he pointed out that the fatwa, if properly interpreted, would actually indicate that the religious prescription was on using a nuke, not on having one. Because having one puts you in a position of being able to deter that you throw one at us, we can throw one at you. So you don't want to do that. Neither side will benefit from that. So this is, I think Israel's, there comes a time where all of your bragging, all of your gaslighting gets exposed, and you have to come to grips with it. And we're seeing that, on the political side here in the United States with the Harris campaign. Now that they realize that Kamala Harris is just an empty head, She's just not smart, can't handle a conversation. But despite saying, "Oh yeah, she's really incredibly popular," well, no, she isn't.
No,
And that's sort of where Israel. And in fact, Israel keeps. It's like, it's like a couple of them are sitting in the decision room going, "What else can we do to really piss off the world, to really isolate ourselves?" Oh, I know. Let's ban UNRWA. Let's call them a bunch of terrorists. Let's prevent the UN from providing any relief assistance. Oh, good job. That's even irritated the United States government. Well, they're going, whoa, wait a damn minute. No. That's if you do that, then you're going to get cut off. Israel seems it is, anybody that's ever dealt with this type of Israeli, and I have, it is an arrogance coupled with a blindness. It's a deadly combination of arrogance and ignorance, hubris. They don't think rationally. It's all emotion.
Those things usually walk together, no? And that's you mentioned Alexander's interpretation of the fatwa, and that show was really amazing, and I invite everyone to watch that one. Was his analysis not only about that, but on the entire regional balance of power concerning this situation of nukes, and it's interesting to understand that. It's very good. And he mentions also the not only not possessing it, but if you start to put not even put a nuke on the table, but putting the narrative of nukes on the table, all countries around can start to say, "Oh, damn, we better prepare because things are going to get bad," and that could completely change the situation for the United States. And yeah, please.
Well, no, I was just going to say that if this escalates, so Iran's going to retaliate, hit Israel. Israel's going to feel compelled to respond, and depending upon what they're able to accomplish or hit, and particularly if the United States gets involved, suddenly the Bengal gets into play, and you get shut down of oil traffic out of the Persian Gulf. You got dissipations world economy, and this again here we encounter the gulf that separates what the United States and Israel believe about themselves and what's actually capable of doing. And so the United States indulges in this fantasy: we're the most powerful military in the world. Nobody can stand against us. Unless they're the Houthis in Yemen. They've done a pretty good job of standing against us.
And everyone
they've been doing it for over 10 months now. Yeah. Well, I mean, look, Operation Prosperity Guardian. We're gonna stop those Houthis from shutting down we're gonna show them they can't interfere with maritime traffic. Well, now it's almost November. So we're entering the 11th month of Operation Prosperity Guardian, and it's been a complete bust. So explain to me how the mighty United States, who cannot stop the Houthis, who cannot keep the Red Sea open, are all of a sudden going to take on Iran, who's bigger, badder, and stronger, and better armed. Explain that one to me. Does not make sense. And in fact, any U.S. ships that get close to Iran are going to get taken out by hypersonic missiles. So all of a sudden, for the first time, maybe since the Israeli attack on the USS Liberty, you're going to have U.S. ships significantly damaged, if not sunk. And again, all of this is taking place against the background of that the number of missiles, so air defense missiles and such that the U.S. has to fire are limited in number. There's not an unlimited number. a significant amount have been used up in Ukraine. A large number have been now used up in Israel. And they can only use, they're going to exhaust the supply, and there's not a producer in the United States that's cranking them out, or in London. So, the United States could all of a sudden wind up, hey, we don't have any more bullets to put in the gun.
The other day you mentioned the capability of production of those missiles, and it's extremely limited.
Yeah, Lockheed Martin making the Patriot missiles. Yeah.
Yeah, which, by the way, I saw that Lockheed Martin, which was Lockheed Martin, right? LTX or something like that now.
RTX. I guess they bought up Raytheon. Is my understanding.
Raytheon, Lockheed Martin. I made a mistake.
They merged. So you got this big behemoth. Lots of, if you've owned Northrop Grumman or Lockheed Martin stock, you good war profit. Yeah. That's why Smedley, or the Marine General, said it was a wreck. That's what it is.
Yeah. It was just to mention that you said that the F-35s. I don't quite believe you that they were seen. They are so stealth that nobody saw them. They were there, just nobody saw them. that is. I give credits to Hoje no Marcelo Militar. It's another channel.
Yeah, you're doing the joke about the
Yugoslavia.
The cap ordered all his troops, put on your camouflage and assemble outside. And so the one soldier named Max comes outside, and the captain looks at him and says, "Corporal, I don't see your camouflage." And Max says, "Thank you, it's working."
Amazing.
Bad joke.
But it's amazing. It's always a great joke. Well, it looks like the king was actually naked after all. So
this, the General Accounting Office, GAO, which is sort of the government auditor, goes out to say, hey, know what things are supposed to do, but do they work as they're supposed to do? And so they did an evaluation of all these different military aircraft. Good, and Andrei Martyanov actually did a program on it last night. None of the F-35s have met any of their combat requirements. None. There are like 6 elements that they're evaluated on. So what you've got is a really expensive fleet of combat aircraft that actually can't really perform their missions.
Yeah, and we just saw it. They just turned around.